Hello, hello. Happy Monday. And I hope you had a great holiday. I am just testing out something. I'll give a moment for the algorithm. I hope that everyone had a great King holiday. And I hope that you did something to honor the King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and that you did something of value. I believe I have bought into the aspect of this day being a day on in terms of service. And so that's what I did. I still got my parent on because I went today with my sorority sisters and we volunteered at the City of Laurel's annual King celebration, and we packed bags that will be given to seniors in Laurel as part of Mayor Sidnor's initiative for caring for our seniors. And that is one of Zeta's initiatives as well, elder care. Yeah, elder care and seniors are near and dear to my heart. So I was really pleased to and happy that I was able to attend because at first it didn't look like I would be able to attend. But in any event, I also listened to one of Dr. King's messages. While everyone talks about I have a dream, the speech of his sermon speech of his that really resonates most with me personally is his last speech. Yeah. Do you have a personal speech that you really enjoy of Dr. King's? Mine is his last one. I've been to the mountaintop. That one really resonates with me um, for a couple of reasons. One, I could just in his eyes and his facial expression. This is just my takeaway. It was like you could sense, you could see the urgency and or the frustration that he was feeling. Yeah, that he was feeling. And when he said, longevity has its place, but I've been to the mountaintop and I may not get there with you. And that was, I remember watching that speech when I was in college, taking one of my classes in college. And that speech, yeah, that one is it for me. Of course, respect all of his work, and of course his famous message at the March on Washington. But um, tonight I just wanted to come on because of just for a few moments. I am embarking on in 2 days. I am going to be debuting Glimmers and Grace. Yes, Glimmers and Grace. And I am really excited about Glimmers and Grace, which will be my video podcast, if you will. So I want to just kind of give you a preview, if you will, of Glimmers and Grace. Yeah, want to talk about it for just a moment and give you people. It's been well received after I mentioned it last week and posted about it. I've previously done video chats, broadcasts, Real Talk with Tara Lean, and then Care for the Caregiver combos with caregivers. But I realized I don't. I want to. I've just done some research and just looked at some things, and I realized that I've got. I will most definitely continue to talk about caregiving, but I don't want to be limited to talking about caregiving, or I won't be limited to talking about caregiving. So we'll talk about a couple of different topics with this podcast. So I'm hoping that you'll come along with me for the ride with Glimmers and Grace. I'm super excited about it and want to just give you a quick preview of what Glimmers and Grace will entail. As I mentioned, the Lord has been dealing with me about the topic just about grace. And from a spiritual perspective, we know that grace is the unmerited favor of God. Yes, the other part, that notwithstanding, is for me and 5 is the number of grace. So when I hit my 50s, really started delving more into grace and the number of grace. And then we know again the unmerited favor of God. But just in my own life experiences, there have been um things that we've all gone through, and life is lifing. We know that. But there have been, I know people have shared with me, well, Terrell, you make it look easy. You made caregiving look easy. Quite the contrary, child. Caregiving was not easy for me at all. And any of the times that I served as a caregiver, because I've done it multiple times, not just for my mom, but one, I knew better than to share everything on social media. I wrote about it a little bit more, but caregiving is not at all an easy thing by any stretch of the imagination. And then losing my mom when she transitioned, going through the grief of her, daily. It's a daily journey, grieving the loss, and after she passed away, and just other things, other life situations. But what I realized is, family, that God has given me a grace, a level of grace to do what I do. It's that simple. It's not me. It's not that I'm so great. It's simply that God has given me a special grace to do what I do, to handle the things that are assigned to me. He's given me the grace to do those things. And with that in mind, coupled with, I'll say, with that in mind, that's the grace aspect. And then the glimmer is that through all that we go through, I believe that if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, that he gives you a glimmer of hope, some type, even if it's faint. We talk about faith the size of a grain of mustard seed, that even in this heavy season in which we live. Hey, Kim, I believe that in this heavy season in which we live, God will give us a glimmer, even in dark places. He'll give us a glimmer, so there's just a little twinkle, a glimmer of light, so that you can hold on until you get through what you're getting through. He'll give you a glimmer so that you can find a little bit of lightness, even in what's heavy, even in the heavy seasons of our lives. And we're living in some very heavy seasons right now. And so, yeah, glimmers and grace. We're going to find the light in the heavy. I've committed to this kind of being like a season of of podcasts, so a video podcast. So we'll talk about a variety of subjects, but the first one, I invite you to join me on this coming Wednesday for the debut of Glimmers and Grace at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I know I've got folks in various time zones. So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to hearing from you. I most certainly look forward to getting your input, getting your feedback. If you're interested in being a guest on Glimmers and Grace, feel free to reach out to me, inbox me. Because yeah, I like this. Won't be just Taraline talking, but I've got some folks lined up already. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I look forward to us having conversations. I'm a firm believer, and I've shared this before, that with so much going on social media, I really want to utilize this medium and this platform for something that encourages people, something that is positive, especially in the heavy seasons in which we live. So yeah, we're gonna look for the light in the dark and the heavy spaces of life. And we're not going to do that in a with rose colored glasses on either. We're going to look for the light, find the light, and hold space for the honest realities of life, the honest realities of things like grief, things like caregiving, situations like job loss, just regular loss. We're going to hold space in the honest realities of life. We're also going to look for the glimmer and the light, and search for the glimmers of hope, even in life's most difficult and challenging moments. Because God is God, and He is such a God that He says, I'm reminded of, my grace is sufficient for you. Even in the heavy spaces, even in the dark moments, God's grace is sufficient, and we can find the glimmer and the hope even in these spaces, so that we are not men and women who are most miserable, but so that God, we accept and receive the help that only God can give to us in times like such as we live. So that's it. That's it for tonight. But yeah, God bless you and keep you. And I pray that everyone who is going through a heavy and a difficult season right now, I pray that you are able to look for the light. Look for the light. Look for Jesus. As I was reading last year, I read through the Bible again using the Bible recap plan. And one of the things that the narrator said is always be looking for Jesus. Jesus is the light. So let's always be looking for the light that really is Jesus, the Son of the living God. Peace out. Have a great evening. See you Wednesday.